Hello, and today we will be playing Zomewhere Else. So, if you notice anything different about this menu screen here, is that Chad is no longer there. It's just Fred who's sitting there now. And if you watched the last video, you know that Chad confronted Dusan, who's the father of Thorny and Kathy, and after a few minutes of them going back and forth, Dusan beat up Chad, and as the video ended, you saw him lying on the ground with bruises and blood come out of his face, and it looked like he was about to die. So we're about to find out what happens. Is Chad dead or is he still alive? Certainly, if he's alive, he should be there with Chad, but anyway, we'll just figure out. Darkness envelops you. The warmth of your body melts away with the cold air surrounding you. There's nothing to protect your barren body from the bitter chill. At least you're alone. Reality begins to slip as you feel yourself drifting to. You're consumed by peace solemnly bound in the waking hours. Until you feel something warm on your skin. It's a loving warmth. It has weight to it, and as it surrounds you, you grab onto it. The tighter you hold on to it, the more it seems to move away. You just squeeze your arms around it even more. You only see darkness, but you feel at peace with this feeling. Soon the world around you seems to glow a calmer yellow. You have everything you wanted in life: love, warmth, and light. I wish I could live in this feeling forever. You jolt up from your pillow, your heart about to whip through your chest. You look at the bedroom door. Your forehead drips in sweat as you shiver in bed. Get up. Come get your food. Jesus Christ. You're so startled your hands can't stop shaking. You feel tears beginning to form as you get up from bed. Holy shit. Can't he be nice for once in his life? You press your trembling hand against your neck. You feel your blood racing through your arteries. Calm down, Chad. It's the same shit every morning. You take a deep breath. Hold it for 1 second. Then exhale. You feel your heart beginning to calm down to a more normal resting state. You can't count the number of times you've done this. You hope and pray it will prepare you for the day. It does help you somewhat, so does that. Wipe the drool off your face and get off the mattress. You look at the blanket, find it rolled up and covered in sweat. Looks like you found what was keeping you warm in your dreams. Walk over to your wardrobe and open the old wooden door. You look over your clothing options, trying to find the right attire for this momentous occasion. You pull out your favorite shirt, a pair of nice pants, your new vest, and lastly a tie. You begin to wonder why you're trying so hard to make a good impression. Garbage is garbage, no matter how nice the bag is. Despite knowing this, you quickly put on your nice clothes and close the wardrobe door. You get ready to leave despite knowing how tacky you look. You grab your backpack and exit the room. You rush down the stairs and arrive in the kitchen. The light from the morning sun pierces the living room windows. The bold smell of coffee makes your nose twitch uncontrollably. You have a feeling this is a good thing. Good morning. Here. You see out the robust Rottweiler wearing a military uniform. He looks at you with disgust before taking another sip from his dining mug. He gestures towards your seat of the table to something that looks more akin to dog food than an actual meal. You look at a plate of what seems to be scrambled eggs and bacon paired with a cup of pitch black coffee. The eggs are overcooked to the point of looking brown while the bacon is burnt and shriveled. The hell are you waiting for? Eat now or eat nothing. You know nothing isn't an option. Alright, jeez. You sit at the chair directly opposing your father. He doesn't even look at you. His gaze set firmly on an old magazine. You take a gulp of the lukewarm coffee. It's better than slush like, almost like swallowing wet charcoal. The first time you drank this, you thought it was impossible to burn coffee. Anything is possible, Chad. You know better than to complain, so you just swallow the coffee along with any bitchy feelings you have. You silently munch on the smoky eggs. Somehow the coffee tastes better than this. Look at your father's empty plate, seeing breadcrumbs and a small gloss of jam staining the white ceramic. You finish your god-awful breakfast while thinking of a nice apple crepe. You don't remember when or where you saw one recently, maybe from a commercial on TV. You take both plates to the sink and wash them down with soap and water. Once you're done, you place them on the drying rack. Get in the car. You didn't get to brush your teeth yet. You used the remaining water on your hands to wash your grimy face. You put your book bag on your shoulders and walk out of the house without muttering a word. The freezing cold wind hits your chest, causing it to tighten up. You ignore it and quickly walk to the passenger side door. It's locked. Besides, you stand outside in the cold. A large cloud is watering from your mouth. You close your eyes a little as you hear the front door open. The Rottweiler exiting with an irritated gaze. Are you so incompetent that you can't even follow a simple command? I said, get in the car. The car is locked. The man shakes his head as he walks to the driver's side door. He inserts his key and turns it, making all the doors click open. He gets inside without saying a word. You weren't expecting an apology. You don't expect anything anymore. You open the door and sit down on the cold leather seat. You don't look at him and you don't say a word. You just hold your book bag on your knees. He turns on the engine and pulls out the driveway. He drives down and smells of emotion. He must not feel the cold because he doesn't bother to turn on the heater. You look outside the window, hoping to find something more interesting. As the two of you drive down the dirt road leading out of the gated community, you see one of the new neighbors waving at the Rottweiler next to you. Damn, it's Sergeant. Tell it from now on. Get it while you regret it. You already passed the neighbor without waving at them. What the hell were you going to say? Spit it out. Forget about it. You pass by all the houses and exit onto the main road. He turns to the left and continues to drive down a long stretch of pavement. You continue to stare out the window. A street sign catches your eye as you approach. Barn Marble, 2 kilometers. He goes nothing. The car continues to roll down the long stretch of road, bumping occasionally when it hits a rock or a pothole. You stop briefly in front of a massive park, but the Rottweiler turns left before you can appreciate the greenery. The two of you drive up a steep hill and take another turn, more driving, but soon enough, you arrive at the school. Terry enters through one of many entrance gates. You spot an elderly-looking man standing at the main gate. Sergeant Terry starts the car in a parking spot in front of the main gate. This is it, boy. This is your new school. Act like a man and behave like one. Now that I have this promotion, people will be looking up to me, and I will deliver the results they want. You better not screw this up for me by acting like an idiot. Have I made myself clear to you? Yes, Dad. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This would be the first and last time I'm driving you here. You know the way back, so the second that the ending bell rings, you head straight home. Don't be late. Yes, sir. Terry extends his hand in front of you. Look at it before accepting, shaking it firmly. He squeezes it back, your hand feeling like it's about to burst. Look at him without wincing. He smirks almost as if he's actually proud of you. Now, have a good day. Terry unlocks the doors and you exit the vehicle. Backpack and Mac. Terry unlocks the door and you exit the vehicle, backpack in hand. You brace yourself in a piercing cold, throwing your pack onto your shoulders. As you walk away, you hear the roar of Terry's car grow farther away. You start walking to the entrance without averting your gaze. Once you're at the front of the school, you're greeted by a horde of kids of different ages. Everyone seems to be ecstatic about their first day back to school. All of them huddle up with their friends and chatting away. Friends are something you won't have to worry about. You approach the main gate slowly, your shoulder slouching as you get closer. Stand up straight. You look like a little sissy. A very familiar voice booms from behind you. Look back to see Sergeant Terry looking at you while driving in front of the school. Most of the students go quiet in an instant, looking around confused until their eyes ultimately land on you. You stand up straight and turn around, hiding your face with your hands while you enter the building. Inside the building doesn't seem to be much better. Everyone is chattering about what just happened as you look at the ground. You already have a reputation, Chad. Inside the school is a massive corridor lined with metal doors and lockers. You find a room with a wooden door brazened with a bronze placard reading Principal's Office. Well, it's my first day, so I should probably ask the principal for directions. Chad, that's lame, but not surprising coming from you. Look over the door once more and sit down on one of the chairs placed against the wall. The minutes pass by like hours, your heart beginning to beat faster with every second spent by yourself. The hallway is teeming with activity, but besides a few faculty members, the principal is nowhere in sight. People pass by you, many of them laughing and talking about gossip. The school seems to get louder and louder than it was when you arrived. The chatter becomes almost deafening, but some words seem to stand out more than others, though. Dad yelled at, embarrassed, sissy. There's no way they're not talking about you. You slouch down into your chair, holding on to your book bag. Your father would beat you if he saw you like this. Why did my father have to get that stupid promotion? I don't want to be here. I miss my old friends. You know damn well teachers and the lunch lady don't count as friends, Chan. I hate this so much. Why do we have to move here? What's taking the principal so long? I'd rather be in class than be here. I need to get to my class myself, I guess. You crossed the line, mister. Do you have anything to say for yourself? But I didn't do anything, huh? You hear a pair of voices approaching the office rapidly. One is significantly older than the other. The two stop in front of the office is an older gentleman and a student. You better sit here until I get back. All right, stop pushing me. The old man gets to do it one more stuff for good measure before rushing back into the corridor. The student slumps down onto the seat next to you. If he was a few inches closer to your chair, he would have broken your legs. You turn to look at the student. He's pouting with his arms crossed around his sleeveless hoodie. The student seemed to be a German Shepherd and a little older than you. He's definitely taller than you, even slouched on the chair. A look at his well-defined face sat atop a set of massive shoulders. His arms look thick under his shirt sleeves. His chest is puffed against his hoodie. Oh no. You know damn well he's your type. Despite his looks, you don't feel the best about this guy. Look at his attire and start to get a clearer picture of who he is. His untouched shirt, his pierced eyebrow, his sweatpants. Dear Lord, he's a troublemaker. Troublemaker or not, he's 1,000 times cooler than you. He's a jock too. I need to focus on answers. Classes. I need to focus on my classes and try not to get in with the wrong crowd. Damn it. I'm going to miss my first class because of that old weasel. Without warning, the tall German Shepherd finally looks your way, his eyes locking with yours for a split second before turning away. He notices you. Huh? Sit. Hey, buddy. What's poppin'? He continued to look away from the student, acting like he didn't hear a thing. Look out the door isn't going to make you disappear. You need to respond. You're still kind of salty about your dad making you go through this awful morning. Buddy, the man raised a hand around your head, trying to gain your attention. You look back at him with an uncomfortable frown. He looks at you in the face, smiling a dumb, silly grin. Hey, you wouldn't happen to be deaf, right? Nobody knows sign language if you need any help. If I were deaf, how would I know what you were saying? Oh, yeah, that's true. The German Shepherd scratched the back of his head while chuckling, surprisingly embarrassed. You look at him and try to smile. Not going to lie, you're really confused by this guy. So, what brings you here this early in the morning? What did you do? Huh? Nothing. What did you do? Huh? Actually, I did nothing. Basically, there was this dad that dropped off his kid in the parking lot, right? And the kid was walking in the front of the main gates, and the dad yelled at him and called him a sissy. Wait. Apparently, the poor guy looked like he wanted to die from embarrassment, so he went into the school to hide or something like that. That's what my friends told me, at least. I arrived at school a few minutes after it happened. Well, so much for my first day. That's lame. Huh? What that dad did is more cruel than anything. No matter the circumstances were, no one should be put through that. How would you feel if that happened to you? Okay. Huh? What that dad did is more cruel than anything. No matter what the circumstances were, no one should be put through that. How would you feel if that happened to you? You and I don't know what he's feeling right now. I hope he's doing okay. The student seems to be somewhat downtrodden by your response. Anyways, when I heard that things went downhill, the man leans close to you like he's about to reveal a plot twist in a film. You stare at the German Shepherd as he continues his story. There's something about him that feels familiar. So I went to hang with my friends before class, and one of my bros hollered at me saying, "Yo, Fred, this Mr. the funniest shit." Finally, I know his name. And not going to lie, I was hyped because I love jokes and whatnot. But then he told me what happened, and yeah, I wasn't happy about it. So I started telling him off, and he got all up in my face and stuff. Sure enough, that old weasel showed up, wondering what the commotion was about. They all bolted and yelled that I was the one that started making fun of the poor kid and made him run off. I mean, clever joking now, especially when I just stood there while the old man tried to catch him. But I'll get them back good, that's for certain. This Fred guy seems both adamant and lighthearted, sinking his fist in the air with all the bravado of a frat boy. You didn't happen to see the guy, right? Now it's probably for the best though. He'd probably think I was some meathead looking to bully him, not my dumbass friends. I hope this doesn't make him feel too bad. It seems like he has it bad enough at home, His dad was willing to insult him like that. I'd be mortified if that happened to me. Yeah, poor guy. Sorry if I gave you the wrong idea. See that guy being thrown into the principal's office is terrible for suppressing. So you have piss poor luck then. That or I have piss poor friends. Fred lets out a hearty laugh and he follows suit. His energy is somewhat infectious. It's been a solid minute since you last laughed. You still feel ashamed for being called out by your father. His rancid tone echoes in your head as if he was still berating you. But that's my story for today. What's yours, little guy? I won't accept no for an answer. The man winks at you playfully, making your heart skip a beat. Now you have to tell him. So, today's my first day here. I just moved here because of my dad's new job. I figured I'd get some directions from the principal or something like that. Dude, that's lame. Huh? I'm just teasing, don't worry. Smarter than what I did on my first day here. The guy looks away with a somewhat devious grin before looking back at you and softly elbowing your shoulder. But you don't know where to go. Yeah, the guy looks around for a few seconds before shrugging his shoulders and getting up from his seat. Alright, let's go then. Gaze at him. Where are we going? I'm going to take you to your first class. Follow me. But aren't you supposed to wait for the principal here? What? No way. Listen here, buddy. I'm not going to get scolded for something that I didn't do. That just isn't my way of doing things, you know? He reaches out his hand to you, expecting you to accept it. Come on, we got to get going. We only have a few minutes left. Alright, sure. You grab his hand and he lifts you onto your feet. Damn, those muscles don't exist for nothing. See, I know, bite. This way, buddy. The German Shepherd starts walking with you to an area that seems more suited for younger students. So, how do you know exactly where my class is? The German Shepherd stops walking and looks back at you, raising an eyebrow. You know, you make a good point. Yeah. I'm a senior in high school, by the way. Sweet, I'm a senior too. I'm not going to lie, you look really young for a high school kid. That's why I kinda sorta was taking you to the middle school section. Huh? Hey, I'm not that young. This way then. This one completely deflects your complaint and starts walking in the complete opposite direction. You follow behind him without a second thought, looking at his towering physique from behind. Wouldn't be surprised if people mistook him for a college student. He leads you down a few turns into a stairwell. After a short climb, you're met by another hallway. It doesn't take long for you to arrive in front of a classroom. Here you are, buddy. Just in time too. The professor isn't here yet. You're not sure to believe the confident man. You look at the door to find a piece of paper with the student roster. Ken Homer. Well, damn, this is your class after all. Cool, thank you. No problem. I gotta get going, little buddy. Have a good first day, and catch you later, yeah? Fred raises a fist towards you, a slightly skittish smile on his face. Takes you a second, but you fist him back. Yeah, see you later. The German Shepherd smiles at you. He turns and approaches a classroom right next to yours. He seems nice and kind of cute. Crap. You blush as you watch the man walk further and further away, his tail swinging quickly behind him. How are his muscles so big? He gotta be an athlete. I should ask him next time I see him. I'm glad he didn't know I was the lame guy his friends were talking about, though. I still can't believe Terry always does this to me. Your once flushed face is drained of all joy, ingrained with bitter anxiety. I don't know how he even does it. I could be having the worst day ever. He just knows how to make me feel even shittier. Here goes nothing. You turn the knob and enter the packed classroom. Chan, look around awkwardly as you try to find an empty seat. No one seems to notice your presence, seemingly entertained talking to their friends, reading books, or playing with their flip phones. You finally spot a vacant desk perched next to a slightly open window. Perfect. You make your way over to the spot, trying to avoid bumping into anyone along the way. You sit down and place your bag on the desk in front of you, slightly tempted to spread your face into the coarse fabric. You don't want to be noticed acting weird, but you don't have anything meaningful to do. You're spending your social batteries talking to that frat guy, and if anyone notices you, there's a chance they make you the laughingstock of the class. So, did you tell him the truth? You take a deep breath as a cool breeze whisks by you, the bitter chill entering the room from the open window. Maybe that's why this desk was unoccupied. You always get the best seats in the house. I don't think closing the window would make me popular, but God, it's freezing in here. Not even a second later, you see the professor entering the classroom. It's a big black and white eagle. I couldn't. It would be 1,000 times easier for me to take the blame. I don't think he'd be able to accept that I may not have been involved. But how can you be okay with that? You don't even know what really happened or who may have done this. I know, I was way too drunk and I don't remember a damn thing about that night. Sometimes I wonder if I was even there to begin with. Good morning, everyone. I'm glad to see you're all ready to study hard and ace all my exams. The class and the professor laugh as the students break the ice. As you all know, this is your final year unless you fail, and that means that this will be the last chance you'll get to boost your GPA. And as all of you should know, my job is to make sure you all have bright futures, not fail you. That's more true now than it has ever been in the past. Everyone seems surprisingly attentive towards the man. He has a warm yet commanding presence. Tell him that. I've never seen you be so cowardly as someone who's been treating you like horse shit. I say I'm disappointed, but I'm more sad than anything. I'm sure there's going to be more important things for him to worry about now. But despite everything, I think it was worth it. Things have really improved between us, and it feels like how it used to be. Bullshit. You let him wipe the floor with you, and I'm at the point where I can't be silent about it. Yeah. It sucks, doesn't it? I mean, I can't exactly blame him. If I was put through that, I'd be pretty pissed myself. I think he's at least kind of justified. Considering all the smiling faces, I can assume you all had a wonderful break. The teacher carries on his talk to the class. Not to mention I did a nice job setting up that end of year trip before you left, right guys? Yeah. The teacher looks at his class with a proud smile as the class. She is seemingly overjoyed with something that happened a few months ago. That was the best. Can we go to the park again? Yeah, we want to go on the rides again. Sure, only if everyone gets straight A's though. And doesn't do anything stupid. Everyone looks at the professor with silent confusion. He seems dead serious about the great requirement. Huh? Boo! You can't help but laugh as everyone seems disappointed. The teacher rolling his eyes while smiling. Fine. If everyone gets at least B's, we can go back to the amusement park at the end of the year. With that out of the way, let's get this show on the road. Teacher seems to grab a sheet of paper before turning to the board behind him. But Teach, what about the new guy? Everyone looks around for a second until they notice you sitting pretty in the cool breeze. Enemy spy. You feel a cold sweat form as your face turns red. Everyone looking at you with pleasant curiosity. Oh wait, I almost forgot about you. Thanks, I guess. Your name is Chad, right? What? You're Chad. Harmon. I see. I didn't forget. I know you have those first aid jitters, but don't worry. We're on a pretty tight ship around here. So everyone here will help you out if you need it, okay? I say we're a family here, but the last job that told me that wanted me to work unpaid overtime, so if your boss says that on your first day, run. Everyone around you looks at him, slightly confused as he chuckles softly. If you ever work in an office job or retail, you'll get it. Anyways, welcome to our class. Chad. Whoa. You feel your heart jump as a voice pierces into your brain. Soon there's only darkness. A faint light shines onto your eyelids, but they feel like they're glued shut. You can still remember their faces smiling at you, but with every passing second they disappear. One by one, you begin to tear up. The last of their faces fade away. It feels like you're laying on a bed of shattered bones. Your hair hurts, your bone ache, your eyes burn. You can't even feel your legs. You don't want to be asleep anymore. You feel so alone in the darkness. You do your best to open your war-torn eyes. With all your strength, you can finally see the room around you. You see a familiar figure sitting on the floor by your side. Fred. His head is hunched forwards. The man's eyes are open, but you're not even sure if he's alive. Fred? Fred, he's waking up. I'll go fetch some water. You see a familiar rabbit jump out from her chair and rush out the door. The sudden movement and confusion makes your heart race. Fred seems to snap out of his lethargy and looks straight into your eyes. He starts to cry almost instantly. Chad, it's so good to see you awake. You look into Fred's eyes. They're sucking in with dark rings around them. It looks like he's been through more hell than you have. Fred? Are you okay? Chad, don't worry about me. You're the one that's injured. I've been through worse. At the horrific wave of pain and anger, you see them. Hold on. Dolly and Kathy being carried away by that demon. You quickly sit up, your eyes gleaming red. Where is he? Where's Kathy and Tony? Yuck. You feel like vomiting in an instant. A skull-splitting headache makes you breathe in pain. As if your head wasn't hurting enough, it's coupled by a piercing abdominal pain. Feels as if you've just been viciously stabbed. Yo, buddy, chill. Fred gets onto a knee and places his hands on your shoulder, helping you sit up slowly. You can't be moving so fast. You're in critical condition, so take it easy. Please. You nod the man as you rest your back against the wall behind you. What happened? And where am I? You look around the room. The walls have been ravaged by old age, with many of them discolored or draped in cobwebs. I went to the park to meet up with you and Kathy, but when I got there, I found you beaten within an inch of death. I brought you to the cafe, and we've been taking care of you since. Jenny arrives with a bottle of water. She crouches down next to Fred. What? Really? How long have I been out for? It's been, 4 days. What? That can't be. There's no way I was gone for that long. The shock of it all makes your muscles clench up, sending another wave of pain right through you. Ugh. You lurch forward, feeling tears begin to form around your eyes. Chad, please stay calm. Everything's fine. Fine. Everything's fine. Yeah. And what ass backwards world do you live in? How the hell is everything fine? I've been in a coma for 4 days. Kathy and Tony could be dead, or even worse yet, with that motherfucker. Yes, Chad, but what? Are they actually safe? That you go and save them from that monster? No, Then we need to shut up and quit wasting time. We have to save them for fuck's sake. You don't understand how scared they were. You didn't look into Kathy's eyes and not be able to do a single thing to help her. I can still hear Thorny's cries, Fred. I still remember what it looked like when the light left his eyes. I fucking failed them. They saved my life and I let them get taken away. You stare daggers at the German Shepherd who just looks at you, visibly shaken. Why are you even here? Wasting your time when you could have saved them. But Chad, you were badly hurt, and who cares? I'm not worth saving. They are. But, God damn it, Fred, you don't get it, do you? I don't matter. When did you get so fucking stupid? The sudden slap made your whole head turn away from Jenny and Fred. A bitter sting begins to form on your cheek as you look at the wooden floor. Look back to see Fred glaring at Jenny with absolute horror. What the hell, Jenny? What are you doing? Jenny silences him with a single bone-chilling glare. I'm doing what you should have done days ago. What? Chad, look at me. You can't help but remain frozen in place, your stomach turning cold as lead. Look at me. You quickly look up at Jenny and are greeted by her hauntingly serious glare. Because pierced deep into your soul, filling you with fear and regret. You could never imagine Jenny being so livid. I've had enough of your shit. I like you a lot. You've been a great help, but I will no longer let you treat Fred like trash. You made my best friend feel like garbage since the first minute he met you again. All I've seen you do when he's around is mostly thrash him around. And sure enough, even after things got better between you two, even after he spent every hour taking care of you for 4 full days, he's been worried sick about you. Do you have a single clue what Fred has been through? Do you want to know how many meals he had in the past 4 days? And how many nights he's been sleeping on that piece of shit chair? What things does he get? You're going ape shit on him, acting like an ungrateful, whiny bitch. What's wrong with you? Jenny, stop. No, you stop. Where's your self-respect, Fred? You let him walk all over you every chance he gets and you just swallow it like you're his mama's bitch. The Fred I know would never have allowed anyone to treat him like this. Chad, I know you got the shit beat out of you. And I know Tony and Kathy are in danger. And trust me, we'll take care of that son of a bitch very soon. But that gives you absolutely no right to treat your friends like shit. Much less Fred of all people. Apologize to him. Not just for your little outburst right now, but for the past few days you've been acting like an ungrateful, rude bitch. And I'll actually kick your ass. The rabbit stares you down as silence fills the room. Fred seems absolutely distraught, remaining motionless with his jaw on the floor. After a moment, Jenny shakes her head in disappointment. Drink your water, eat your food that Fred made for you, and get better. Jenny unceremoniously places a water bottle next to your bed. And be a man for God's sake. Jenny gets up in disgust and walks to the open door. If you care about Kathy Thornley, that is. Jenny slams the door behind her, leaving you and Fred alone in the rundown room. A wave of guilt washes over you, your gaze slowly sinking into the seats laying over your legs. The door suddenly opens once again. I'm not actually a man, by the way. Jenny slowly closes the door this time. Wow. Yes, Chad, wow. You sit there completely lost for words. Fred says nothing, his gaze looking away from you. An almost unbearable silence fills the room as Fred finally looks back at you. He seems awestruck by what just happened, his eyes widen and mouth slightly agape. You can't help but look at him with a defeated gaze, shrugging your shoulders and sighing. You know you deserve everything Jenny told you, and not more. I'm going to give you a minute, okay? I'll be right back. Fred slowly rises from the floor and makes his way to the door. He opens it and leaves without so much as looking back at you. As it makes screwing things up my full-time job. You slide back onto the bed, looking at the ceiling as you contemplate your failures. Why am I like this? Why do I always ruin the good things in my life? I thought I was at least decent enough not to hurt those I love, but I can't even say that. Since when have I been such a monster? Why did I get so angry so quickly? I never used to get this mad. What happened in the past decades to make me like this? I used to be better about these kind of things, but now I just mess everything up. I grip into the bed sheets with claws sinking deep into the fabric. It's so damn frustrating. Your eyes start to release hot tears as you clench your jaw. You want something to distract you from the rotting pain in your chest. Why do I always treat Fred like shit? He's one of the only people left who I can think of who actually cares about me. He's always taking care of me. If it wasn't for him, I might actually be dead. I know I used to be nice to him. We were never like this in the past. No wonder why Jenny was so mad. I deserved that slap. Gotta fuck things up. But I can make things right. I can be better. I need to apologize to Fred and Jenny. I can't continue this cycle of being mad and then feeling like shit afterwards. I don't know why I'm like this, but it needs to end. Oh God. What about Kathy and Tony? Are they okay? Please be okay. I can't lose you two. The tears really began to pour as you relive and find the image of Tony's unconsciousness. Unconscious body makes your heart sing as you begin to sob. Kathy, Tony, I'm so sorry. You feel your chest begin to feel heavy the more you silently cry. You failed them. You hate to admit it, but there's no other words for what happened that day. You failed them. The tears continue to flow on and on. What exactly is going on? I can't stop thinking about them. Why did we have to go through all this? Why did they have to suffer too? After everything they did, I couldn't help them when they finally needed me. You lay there alone. Before long, it just began to dry up and your lungs no longer ache. The sound of quickening steps catches your attention. You slowly turn your head, expecting someone to enter. Say, can I come in? Yeah, come in. Fred slowly opens the door and steps inside, carrying a towel in his arms, being careful to close the door softly behind him. How are you holding up, buddy? I know you think Jenny is mad, but she isn't. I'm sorry, Fred. Don't be, buddy. You must have gone through a lot these past few days, so I understand why you were upset. Fred, I'm sorry for everything. The way I treated you, not only today, but in the past few days as well. I just wish I could take back everything I said in a single cool word since you found me at the park. I can't believe I punched you, of all people. I still have never been so heartless to you. You've always been there. You have every right to be mad at me after everything I've done to you. But I'm not. You should be. Why have you been giving me so many outs when I treated you like shit? The friend I knew would have never let anyone treat you the way I have. If anyone else would have treated you like I did, you have painted the sidewalk with them. Even Gene knows you never take anyone's shit. So why do you take it from me? Why? Listen, Chad. Despite what Jenny said, I'm not your mindless bitch. The reason I rolled with your punches was because I was afraid I was going to lose you again. I didn't want a repeat of what happened at the park. When I saw you that day, all I wanted to do was hug you. But at the same time, it felt like I was in a nightmare. Seeing you die ruined me, Chad. Yeah, I mean that in the nicest way possible. It fucking destroyed me. I lost my best friend. I lost my will to keep going. Hell, the damn birds don't even sing like they used to. The sun rises, but it never shines, Chad. Seeing you again was too much for me. I should have handled things better. I grabbed you for God's sake. I invaded your personal space and threatened you. So that punch was justified in my eyes. For me, I was okay with you being mad at me and lashing out. I just can't forgive myself for what I did to you. I guess I was hoping that maybe it would make up for what I did. Even a small amount was good enough for me. Considering everything you went through, it wasn't my place to get mad, I guess. Maybe it doesn't make sense to you, but after all these years, it made perfect sense to me. But here we are, friend. I just can't forgive myself for what I did to you. I guess I was hoping that maybe it would make up for what I did. Even a small amount was good enough for me. Considering everything you went through, it wasn't my place to get mad, I guess. Maybe it doesn't make sense to you, but after all these years, it makes perfect sense to me. But here we are, friend. I agree with you and Jenny. Maybe I've taken more shit than I should have. But it was better than being on your bad side, you know? Trying to rebuild our friendship mattered more in the long run. Again, you may think it was dumb or stupid or whatever, but I thought it was worth it. You finally began to understand why Fred was treating himself like this. You appreciate him taking so much abuse for you and going the extra mile just to see you smile. But it isn't right, and you know that you can't let him hurt himself just to make you happy. You don't have to deal with my anger anymore, Fred. You officially have the right to kick my ass. Fred looks at you with a startled look, but you just pat him on the shoulder and smile. You've done more than enough for me, and you don't deserve to be treated like garbage, not from anyone, and especially not from me. I may or may not take you up on that offer. Fred's timid demeanor finally breaks as he starts chuckling. You follow suit before the two of you return to the conversation. Can I just say one more thing real quick? Sure. Don't take this the wrong way, but remember when we used to make fun of people for spewing random nonsense whenever they got angry? You and I both know my little outbursts were different. I know, but still, it's kind of weird seeing you fly off the handle. It really caught me by surprise, to be honest. I've never seen you so angry. I'm not saying you're anything like those people that would spew toxic bullshit from their mouths when they're pissed off, or they end up regretting it immediately afterwards. Well, I do regret everything I said and did, so I guess I'm not that far off. Maybe. The thing is, you used to be so cute and subdued. Cute? Quiet. I meant so quiet and subdued. You used to keep to yourself when we were younger. It feels like you've gotten more hot-tempered since we met again. I honestly didn't know if it would get worse had I done something to set you off. Yeah, I know. I don't get it either. I'm not trying to make excuses, but this isn't how I used to be. All this anger and hate feels so alien to me. I don't even know why I feel like this. Why have I become so angry? I'm sure it has to do with the 10 years we've been away. Honestly, I want to say that's the reason, but I can't place the blame on whatever happened. Is it something that worries you? There's no point in denying it now. Yeah, it scares me, and it's something I've learned to hate about myself. Can I be honest with you? Of course, that's why I'm here, buddy. I've been so angry these past few months, so much so that all I wanted to do was forget everything and everyone. I just wanted to pretend like I'd never even been here on my marble, like the past 10 years never happened. Like you never existed. But it was so painful. No matter what I do, I'd always see a photo of the two of us. I started thinking of you, and soon enough you came back into my life, no matter how hard I tried to push you away. We had no future. The past is all you got, but I was too angry to realize that. I don't know what happened to me during those missing years. I need to find out the truth. Your face turns all red as you look at the man. Can you help me? Of course. I'll always be there for you, just like you've been for me, I promise. Thank you. And I'm sorry, again. Don't be sorry, Chad. We just gotta keep moving forward, you know? Yeah. But, before we do anything else, we need to save Tony and Kathy. We can't leave them there with that monster. Of course, that's the first thing on the agenda. Fred looks over your bandaged torso, looking slightly worried. Well, getting better takes priority, but for what it's worth, Kathy and Thunder are doing okay, apparently. I saw Kathy dropping off Thunder with that guy. It's not the best situation, but it really could be a lot worse. You feel a massive weight lift off your shoulders. A part of you was still unsure what their fates were. Thank God they're okay. Thanks for telling me. I was planning on mentioning it when you woke up, but sorry. No, B, it's in the past. Anyhow, go ahead and eat something, please. I made this soup specifically for you. I had to hit Jenny's hand with a spoon when she was trying to get a sip. Ah, come on, Jenny deserved a little at least. She did. Actually, the soup was supposed to be for the three of us. But when I went downstairs to talk to her, she said she lost her appetite and was going home for the night. More for us, I guess. Damn. Sorry for killing the mood. It's alright, she's not mad, by the way. She shoot Fred at Wade's eyebrow, press exit out. Well, thank you anyways, Fred. I do want to go to the bathroom before I eat. Oh, wait. So it's knocked out for 4 days, right? Yes. How did I go to the bathroom? You don't want to know that. He looks at you with a deeply concerning look, his eyes firmly locked with yours. You don't want to know, Chad. Alright then, but why didn't you take me to the hospital? That's, something we need to talk about later. But it's been 4 days and I'm not even wearing the same clothes. Wait, I'm wearing underwear, right? Look at Fred. He nods slowly as sweat begins to pour around his neck and forehead. Yep, you sure are, buddy. Look down, feeling the blanket texture rubbing against your thighs. Oh God, please don't tell me. You quickly throw the blankets off your legs, finding yourself butt-ass naked. Mortified at the horrific realization, your arms shoot down to your quads to hide your shame. Ah! You saw my dick? In my ass? Ew. Ew. You bury your red face into your hands, mortified and embarrassed beyond words. Don't worry, man. It's not a big deal. What do you mean it's not a big deal? If it would make you feel better, I can show you my pee-pee. Deal? Fred grabs his package before starting to unzip his pants. Chokingly. You can't just do that. Why are you like this? Fred bursts out into a maniacal laughter. Your face is so hot the way it could fire a dag. I'm glad to see some things never change. You may have gotten buffer and acquired an anger issue, but I still know how to make you blush. Just tell me where the damn bathroom is. It's the door right in front of this one. Before you can move out of bed, the German Shepherd hands you the towel. If you really want to cover up your jewels, here you go. Fred continues to snicker as you do your best to cover yourself up with the white cloth, blushing all the while. Let me out of this hellhole. You try to get up on your own and... A sharp pain pierces your abdomen, followed by a horrific tingling that ravages your legs. You can barely sit up on the bed, remaining firmly in place. Fuck. Whoa, take it easy. Take it slow, please. You're still really injured. The sight of seeing you in pain immediately sobered Fred up, his face going from giddy to concerned and heartbeat. Let me help you up. Thank you. Of course. Fred holds onto your arm and places it around his neck. He uses his other arm to lift you up slowly. He acts like a crutch as you both walk to the door, one slow step at a time. The pain in your legs is unbearable a million tiny needles feel like they're piercing deep into your muscles. Don't worry, I got you. When the two of you finally exit the room, you find yourself in a long hallway. Further down the corridor, you can see what looks like a living room and a dim light illuminating the way. You look directly in front of you and see an open door. It must be the bathroom, like Fred said. The two of you enter the room, Fred flicking a light switch on the way inside. Can you stand? I think so. Can you sit me down on the toilet though? So just try and walk with me. The bathroom is somewhat large, yet barren. A bathtub sits on one side of the room, a toilet and sink on the other. Each step becomes easier than the last. However, though, the pain is still very much there. You sit yourself on the toilet, letting out a sigh of relief as your feet finally get some rest. Are you going to be okay? I can leave you alone if you want. Yes, please, I can manage from here, thank you. Take all the time you need. I'm going to be in the kitchen cleaning up the mess I made earlier. I'm not sure if I can walk that far. Can you help? Of course, man. I got you. Anyways, be right back. Thank you, Fred. The German Shepherd nods politely before walking out of the bathroom, closing the door behind him. Get time to do your stuff. Oh, thank God. You'll heavily finally be walking again, although in a limited capacity. You walk to the sink and wash your hands and face. The ice cold water perks you right up. You look at yourself in the mirror, noticing your beaten and battered body. There's bandages wrapped tightly around your ribs and stomach. Your arms are lacerated, and your face has a couple bruises. But other than that, you're surprised that there's no cuts or scrapes visible, not even on your face. Damn, I got fucked up. I didn't even stand a chance. Nothing that did seem to even bother him. Well, nothing except, look at your hand. It looks unharmed by the fight. You slowly get into a fighting stance and take a deep breath. You bring your fist back in. Ugh. You can barely move without seething pain spiking through your body. Maybe now's not the time. As if the pain wasn't enough of a deterrent, you catch a whiff of your musk, and it's unpalatable to say the least. Good God, I need a shower. Just because I nearly died, that doesn't mean I should smell like death. You head to the door and pry it open, just enough for you to speak into the hallway. Fred? Yo, are you okay? Yeah, but can you lend me a hand, please? You quickly hear a set of feet speed walk towards you. You see Fred approaching you with a smile on his face. You step back and let him in. So, can you help me take these bandages off? I need to take a bath. If it's okay to take a bath, that is. I don't know whose place this is. Of course you can shower. Also should be healed up by now, so we won't need them anymore. You get close to Fred, who carefully feels your abdomen with his warm fingers. You do your best not to bust as he slips his fingers under the wraps. But hey, easy there, partner. I'm just trying to get these bandages off. He finally finds the end of the bandage and starts unwrapping the bloody cloth. It takes a couple minutes to undo all the wraps, but Fred seems laser focused on making sure this is as comfortable for you as possible. Sometimes his hand will glide over a sore spot, but before you can complain, he's already attentive to your pain and avoids the area. Soon enough, there's a pile of cloth on the floor, and Fred smiles joyfully, seeming pleased to see you all healed up. And there we go, all done. Thank you, Fred. No problem, buddy. Trust me when I say you look 1,000 times better than when I found you. The worst is behind us. All you need is a good meal and an even better night's rest. Fred looks so pleased. It's almost like he looks accomplished to see you doing well again. Another place doesn't look the fanciest, but there's a soap and shampoo in the tub, and you can Use one of the towels to dry off. Alright, I'll try to be quick. Take all the time you want. I know this suggestion may be pushing it, but I think you should take a hot shower tonight, or at least a warm shower. I know you're always like having a nice cold bath, but please warm yourself up. Alright, I'll give it a try. It's been a while since I've had a hot shower, you know? Of course, but no pressure, okay? I'll leave you be. Fred smiles one more time before leaving you alone in the bathroom. You look down at the bloody and sweaty bandages. You're surprised you made it this far. You hang your towel on the rack and step into the bathtub, closing the shower door behind you. You reach towards the two faucets and notice each one has a letter, C or H. You hesitate at the thought, but you turn the hot water faucet and take a deep breath. The water comes out frigidly cold at first, startling you until turning nice and hot. You feel yourself loosen up as the warmth burrows deep into your muscles. This feels so weird. God, this feels great. You feel your face become slightly red as you add soap to your hands and begin to scrub your arms and abdomen, massaging every inch of your worn-out body. The last time I had a shower this nice was at Fred's house. And the shower is this nice here. It must be amazing at Kathy's house. And instant the memory of Thorny and Kathy laying on a park floor sends a shiver up your spine. You breathe in the steam and try to relax, doing your best to think of better things. You need to trust Fred. They're going to be okay. We're going to save them. Kathy, Thorny, please be safe until then. It's hard to think of anything else besides the hot water. You turn the cold knob a little so the heat isn't so intense. With a little adjustment, the shower is perfect. Considering everything that happened, this is the one thing you need to unwind. You scrub your legs, thighs, and ass with soap before rinsing yourself off. Soon enough, you're done. Although you gladly stay here forever, without Fred's food and that pruning feeling in your hands is enough to make you call it a night. You open up the curtain and grab a towel hanging on the rack. Dry off your fur the best you can. Although the shower made you feel great, the hot water did a great job hiding the burning pit in your stomach. You're absolutely starving. Furthermore, your abdomen and back are still in quite a lot of pain. Not to mention, you still need to get used to walking again. After you're done drying your feet, you nervously pull back the shower door and pray you don't slip. You hold on to the wall until you can reach the bathroom door. You quickly wrap the towel around your waist before making your way into the hallway. As you lean yourself against the wall, you feel so weak compared to how you felt in the shower. Look down the hallway and notice the living room area looks pretty empty. As you walk down the corridor, you notice the room has a long dining room table, a dozen chairs, a sizable sofa, and a myriad of other pieces of furniture. As you make it to the end, you're greeted by a delicious aroma. You do your best to walk unsupported as you spot Fred. Fred? Fred notices your voice and turns around. Huh? Oh, hey, dude. How was the shower? You take a few steps forward, trying to find something to hold on to. It was good, but where did you put mine? Before you can grab onto the kitchen counter, the wall spins around you as your legs give out from under you. Oh, buddy. Fred drops his wooden spoon onto the floor and he wants to catch you, saving you from a nasty fall onto the hard tile floor. Are you okay? Look at him feeling lightheaded. The pain in your stomach is too much to handle. Yeah, I'm fine. I don't mean to be a burden. Don't be afraid to call me when you need it, alright? But no buts. I put your clothes near the chimney so they can be nice and warm for you. Thanks. Can you help me with the chimney, please? Don't you want to change your room? I can carry you there if you want some privacy. Considering I'm half naked and the godless amount of times you've seen my penis, I'm okay with chasing in front of you. Sure. You notice the man chuckles while I look away. His cheeks are a rosy red hue. Fred effortlessly lifts you up and supports you as you carefully walk towards the near fireplace. Alright, Fred, I got it from here, thank you. Sure, man, no problem. I'll go get us some food. Fred walks towards the kitchen. The warmth from the fire makes you smile as the heat radiates throughout the body. You slip on your warmed up boxers to serve from the fight without any blood, thankfully, in your jeans. With all your remaining strength, you make your way to the couch and slump down onto it. Your legs feel like they're made of toothpicks considering how sticky they were under your weight. You look over to see Fred carrying 2 bowls of soup. You get comfy on the spot beside you before handing you a bowl. Thanks for the food. Honestly, I could probably eat the whole pot of stew. Have as much as you want. It's all for you now, buddy. A part of me was afraid you were never going to try my food again. Look at Fred, whose face still looks weathered and drained. Seeing him smile makes you feel better, but you can tell he's been through the ringer. Oh, Fred, I'm sorry. Although your energy is almost non-existent, you place a hand on the man's shoulder, gently rubbing it. Don't be sorry. All this has been worth it to me. The man looks back at you with his exhausted smirk, glad to have you by his side. I also managed to wash your clothes while you were passed out, including your boxers. Thank you. You're welcome. Let's get some food in you. I made you a simple soup for now, at least until you have the energy to eat more substantial foods. Water, chicken, carrots, celery, angel hair, spaghetti, salt, pepper. Something is better than nothing, alright? Sounds delicious. I love hospital food. Hey, I made it myself. No, I mean it. I really like hospital food. I never understood why people would hate on it so much, but I guess it depends on the hospital. Oh, that's right. You got hospitalized in Marble General, right? Yeah. Honestly, the only things I remember are the food, the nurses. They were really nice. Another missing I got to eat a ton of ice cream. That was great, not gonna lie. It went because of Fred notices your shoulders start to slump. Your eyes focus on the floor. Oh, right. Hey man, thinking about that kind of stuff on an empty stomach is never good for you. Fred nestles your shoulder and motions towards your soup bowl. Plus there's other things to worry about now, okay? Yeah, you're right. There you go, buddy. Thanks. You hold the soup close to your nose and take a nice whiff. This smells delightful. You take the spoon and start eating. Take it slow, still kinda hot. You nod before sipping on the broth. The hot liquid burns your lips a little, but not enough to stop you from eating some of the veggies and chicken. The soup is deliciously simple. The tender chicken, well-seasoned broth, and chewy vegetables fill your heart with joy. The savory warmth reminds you of the night you had stew with Kathy and Tony. Something about the conversation you three had feels poetic right now. Kathy was right. It feels like this food is imbued with Fred's soul. It's everything great about him in our bowl. The two of you enjoy each other's company while enjoying the heat radiating from the fireplace. You can't help but take hearty gulps of soup in between spoonfuls of chicken. As your belly is beginning to feel full, you notice that there's only a few pieces of carrot left. You scoop up the last of the warm goodness and put it in your mouth. A perfect ending to a perfect meal. Fred seems to be done with his soup as well, drinking the last of the broth before sighing pleasantly. Man, that was wonderful. Thanks so much, Fred. You're very welcome. I'm glad you liked it. Fred grins as he stretches his arms above his head, doing his best to hide a deep yawn. Hey man, you alright? Yeah man. Don't worry. Just a little bit tired. Is what Jenny said true, by the way? What part? that you've been sleeping on that old chair for the past 4 nights. Yeah, but I'm alright. It's a little comfy chair. Yeah, but I'm alright. It's a really comfy chair. Phil looks away while covering his mouth as he yawns uncontrollably. He looks back at you with a pair of bloodshot eyes. If I didn't know it any better, I think you're part raccoon. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Your eyes have dark rings under them, and you look absolutely exhausted. Are you sure you weren't digging in trash cans the past few nights? What do you think was in that soup? You roll your eyes at the German Shepherd as he chuckles in response. Let's go to bed, dork. The mattress is big enough for both of us. Huh? You sure? I mean, at Kathy's we didn't have a choice, but this isn't the Titanic, Jack. There's enough space on a mattress for both of us. Look into Fred's eyes with a small grin. For once, he's the one who's turning red. I mean, unless you don't want to. Let's go to sleep. That's what I thought. We can clean up in the morning. It's bedtime. Agreed. Let me help you up. Fred grabs your bowl and places both ceramic dishes on the table. You extend your arm out and let him pull you onto your feet. All right, Chad. 1, 2, 3. He lifts you up, your legs nearly giving out instantly. You put your arm around his neck while he holds onto your side. What about the chimney? Don't worry. It's already just embers now. It will put out by itself. Oh, alright. The two of you carefully make your way to the room, turning off all the lights along the way. You both enter the bedroom, about to collapse from exhaustion. Fred carefully drops you off onto the mattress. You yawn as you unzip your pants and take off your shirt, leaving both on the floor. You had your clothes for less time than you were in the shower. You're already naked again? Oh, shut up. You scoot yourself onto the side against the wall and get comfortable among the blankets. Fred wastes no time in stripping all his clothes off, everything except his boxers, at least. He turns off the lights and walks back to the mattress. Fred lifts up a blanket and slides in. You can feel his soft fur rubbing against your leg. I needed this. You good, Chad? Need anything? No, this is perfect, thank you. I agree. I'm glad you're okay. I was afraid of losing you again. Fred, I'm glad to be here with you. If it wasn't for you caring for me, I'd be dead. I don't know anyone who would have taken care of me for 4 days like you did. Being with you feels like the good old days again. I never thought I'd feel so complete again. I can never thank you enough, Fred. Thank you for being there. You can hear Fred sob under his breath. You roll over and face the man, placing your head on his chest and hugging him. You're the best man I've ever met, Fred. Shan. His voice cracks for a second before he turns over towards you. He wraps his arms behind your neck and holds you close to his chest. I'm sorry I've been so heartless to you, or as Jenny would say, been just a bitch to you. Fred chuckles a little bit in between his sobs. You never deserved what I said or did to you. You're too good to me. I feel horrible that I treated my only friend so terribly. Come on, Chad, what about Thorny and Kathy? They're your friends too. Yeah, I guess you're right. And what about Jenny too? Alright, Jenny, but she's my boss. Now, Chad, she really cares about you. And don't say she's your boss in front of her unless you want you want your ass beaten again. Oh my God, you bitch. Fred wipes off his tears as you turn around to face the wall again. Thank you, man. I need it. Feel that's our big gone again. Anything for you. You feel a bit of chill sweep across your back. Tonight is colder than the other nights, right? I don't know. I was sleeping for the other nights. Oh, shoot, I'm stupid. You're right. Nah, you're all good. I mean, you shouldn't have problems with it, right? You're a German Shepherd after all. Your fur must be really thick and warm around this time of the year, while mine is really short and thin. Yeah, I'm basically a walking furnace. If you're feeling cold, we could, If you mean snuggling, yes, but only because it's getting really damn cold. Yeah, just for survival purposes. You smile. You feel him get as close to you as he can before he holds you against his body from behind. You can feel his firm pecs, muscular abs, and his packets firmly rubbing against your back. This is beginning to feel like heaven. You can't help but turn red. You hold onto his arm, place his massive hands close to your chest as you hug it. Who would have thought? Who knew survival would feel so nice? Fred lets out a chuckle before holding onto you even tighter. You can't help but feel in love with his warmth. You wish you could sleep like this every night. You close your heavy eyes and breathe out pleasantly. You can feel Fred's breathing on the back of your neck. It's soothing enough to lull you to sleep. A moment like this couldn't get any better. You soon fall into a deep sleep. The warmth from earlier begins to fade away, replaced by a cold breeze and the sound of rustling trees. The scent of wet dirt and rain fills your lungs, making you feel a strange presence. A cool wind whips through the branches, causing the leaves to rustle all around you. The chirping crickets, croaking frogs, and raindrops hitting the ground finally gets you to open your eyes. Night sky greets you as the moon's light kisses your fur and the trees around you. You look out to see the source of your light shining freely like a beacon. You smile, grateful for the moon's glorious presence. The soft glow makes the mountains gleam in the distance. You can see their reflection on the lake's shifting water. Look around you, seeing you surrounded by fireflies. Your brethren dance around you, their songs floating in the wind. Their sweet music, the glory of the moon, and the scent of rain. It's perfect. You can ask for nothing more. A soft breeze kisses your fur as it passes by you. You gently dig one of your hands into the moist soil. It tickles you the deeper you go. Slowly, you lift up a handful of earth, playfully letting it fall back to the ground. What is this? What could it be? Rub your thumb with your other fingers. There's something hard hiding in what little dirt you have left. You push a small object in another hand, lifting it close to your eyes. As the cloud moves in front of the moon, you can still see the object perfectly. It's stone. Indeed, it's a stone. A piece of earth that has traveled hundreds of miles from thousands of years, growing smaller and smaller with every rainfall. Once a boulder, now stone. Hold it firmly, habit that your speech has been improving. As you raise your hand once again, you can see a ring of barren skin around your wrist. The fur looks like it was ripped out. You look at your other hand and it's missing hair as well. Did something happen? What does this mean? You try to touch it. Your skin tingles with pain, but it doesn't feel real. Almost like it's a memory in the back of your mind. What is causing this feeling? Does it have to do with the gas on your head? You move your hand close to it, but maybe we shouldn't touch it. But what is it? Maybe touching it a little will be okay. If it hurts, we'll stop touching it. You hear some footsteps coming from behind. Heavy footsteps stamp on old branches, snapping Then with little regard for silence, fallen leaves suffer the same fate or are pushed aside like forgotten memories. Look behind you and find a towering figure walking towards you. As approaching you, their massive physique seems to be shrouded by a thick robe. Hey, it's time to go back. The big figure walks towards you and crouches down next to you. What do you have there? Stone. Yes, stone. Will said. You're getting the hang of this like it's nothing. I am. Of course, you didn't mess up. You didn't need my help at all. You're doing good. Let's keep it up, okay? You can't help but feel a flutter of joy at the man's kind words. He's really nice to us. He smiles as you play with the stone, rolling it in your palms and feeling its cool surface on your skin. The big figure stands up again with a relieved sigh. Come on, it's time for us to go back. He shoots out his arms towards you, but you spot something from the corner of your eye. Your heart pounds like a war drum, and you see something familiar. A metal pipe coming down onto your skull. No. The sudden movement of the man makes you throw yourself back away from him, landing on your rear. You crawl onto your arms and legs to get away, but find yourself backed up against a tree. You sit your head with your arms curling up into a ball as you feel tears begin to form. Whoa, it's okay. I didn't mean to scare you. The man's voice is as calming as a flowing river. He just seems as calm as he was earlier. Look at me. You know I'm not going to hurt you, right? You sit still for a couple of seconds, your eyes clenched shut. You feel a soft hand rub against your arm, making sure not to touch your wrist. Slowly lower your arms and open your eyes. Your heartbeat began to normalize. You notice his hands completely empty, waiting for you to accept it. He seemingly wants to pick you up. The man smiles warmly as you begin to reach towards him. You grasp his hand slowly, and he returns the favor by softly closing his fist. Despite the immense strength in his arms, he gently lifts you off the ground and onto your feet. Thank you. You're welcome. And you drop this. The man loosened his grip and hands you the stone you were playing with. We wouldn't want to forget this now, would we? You nod happily, the stone now warm to the touch. I'm sorry. What are you sorry about? I forgot your name. Call me Citadel. No. Just like that. You got it. Now, let's get going. Chan. Hey, Chan. Feel yourself lose your grip on reality as everything begins to fade away. Hey man, come on. The familiar voice rings through your ears, waking you up from your endless slumber. Okay, I'm gonna stop here now. I decided to do a different voice because I think the person that we were in the perspective of was not Chad, and that it was somebody else that Chad was experiencing. You watch a liar. Victor, the MC in that game, he has some kind of experience where he witnessed events through the perspective of other people in his dreams. So I think that might be a similar situation with Chad, that he had a dream, but he's somebody else. But again, it could have been Chad and that big white tiger in the blue hood was talking to Chad. But anyway, apparently the name of the white tiger in the hood, his name is Sentinel, and that's his name. So obviously this Sentinel guy is very important to the plot. Right now we don't know what importance he has, but we certainly have been seeing a lot of him in the past videos. So as we continue on with the game, as we see more of him, we'll figure out what his role is in the game. So fortunately, Chad is still alive. I mean, he's badly hurt, but he's still alive. I mean, he went into a coma for 4 days, and this just says how much stronger Dusan is. He's a very strong guy. It seems like in this game, the felines, like the lions and the tigers, you know, both Dusan and this hooded white tiger whose name is Sentinel, both of them like big cats, so they're much bigger than other people. So like when we saw Dusan and Bruce interact with Chad in their separate times and their scenes, both of them towered over Chad. So anyway, that part where Jenny slaps Chad, that was certainly done out of anger. I mean, despite what Fred was to say, Jenny very much was mad with Chad for the way he treated Fred, and she was also mad at Fred for taking up Chad's crap. So yeah, I do say crap because he's been really nasty towards Fred until very recently. It was only until very recently that Chad decided to kind of stop his beef with Fred over the past and move on. It would kindle the friendship. I understand Chad's concern for Tony and Kathy now that Dusan is back in their home, but he still focused on getting well first. Plus, Chad told him first Fred already told Chad that they were doing okay because he saw both Kathy and the husband drop Tony off at school. So I don't think there's any real danger at the moment. But I think Chad has to focus on getting himself healthy and recuperating from his injuries first before he can do anything about that situation with Kathy and Tony. Now, back to Jenny. I don't think the slap was necessary, but I think simply her yelling and getting in control of the situation was much needed. I mean, she really told Chad off about his attitude and the way he's been treating Fred, and that he just needs to stop treating Fred like that, and that Fred's been going over and beyond for him since they were united back in the park, and Fred's been taking care of him and all that, because most people don't go as far as what Fred goes for them. Even friends don't. So she has to be very grateful. I mean, I think he is grateful, but he could be even more grateful than what he is. I mean, anyway, but the amount that that Fred goes to help Chad recover from his injuries and life in general, it just shows how much of a friend Fred is. He's a great friend and a great person in Chad's life. And I'm happy that he apologized to Fred for the way he's been acting, to a point where he even tells Fred that he has the right to kick his ass. So, happy that I'm happy that Chad's still alive and that he's really doing the past behind him now and focusing on the present. And so that's all I have to say for now. Thank you all very much for watching. Goodbye.